Hey guys, Crystal Carnage back again with another video, and today I am doing a brand new series on the channel. Starting with today, it is building time, and well, this episode is a bit different because I was supposed to be joined by Ertwas and Wolfy Productions. We had a nice intro and a nice robot reveal later on after the 1 hour of building. But unfortunately, the audio cut out, and I have no clue why this keeps on happening. I had like 3 Roblox videos with special guests, and they all keep on coming out. But just the basic premise: 1 hour to build, and the theme was space this time. So let's get on to the build diaries. Okay, so guess you guys figured out the theme. It is space. Outer space. So I've got an idea for a machine. And my idea is like an axe robot, but it's like a planet slamming down on you instead of like a normal axe. So I'm gonna see how well that idea translates over here. Alright, so I've already started off with my base plate, which I have to say, it's a sort of like basically base plate there. I've decided I'm gonna give it tracks, so I'm gonna have like a low wedge around here, the front, with some nice side panels, and then a good top and front panel, which then could hopefully be a good spot for the axe to fire. Nice little update so far here. Got the nice side panels here, looking to be hopefully a strong piece of armor. Got the front side panels here for the wedges, which are gonna go along this part here. Also got the top panel as well. That's gonna be there. That's hopefully gonna be resting the axe on. If not, I might have another creative idea. Need to do the front wedge, and then I can draw the axe. Yeah, this build is looking pretty good at the minute here, and I don't think we're halfway through it yet. This could be an interesting telling of how good my building skills are. Alright, here's a little bit about the map there. You see there's 2 panels there. One is the axe, and I've decided to give one of them a flipper. So yes, this is going to be a flipper and an axe. So I decided to change it just because I think it'll be a unique sort of setup for the way that the machine's going to turn out. Then, if that makes any sense. It might not. But anyway, I thought it would be a more unique weapon setup. So yeah, I think we're done with the main panels drawn out. I think it's time to colour this bad boy in. That's going to take the most part. Okay, update time. I went for a little bit of a Gonzalez round here, so I've given it a purple colour mainly to it, and I've also given it some bright spots like representing the stars and like in space. So I'm deciding to call this robot Galaxy, because I think a lot of people think of the colour purple when it comes to galaxies. I think that's a good thing. I think the others are going to go for like a blackish style colour. That's all. I'm going for a different style. Let's time to put this bot together. Okay, little update here. I have attached the bottom panel, the back panel, and the side panels on here. I must say it's looking like a good, decent little shape here. So obviously on the front wedge part here, that's where the flipper's going to go, and on the back is probably when the axe is going to go. Speaking of which, they're all right here. We're asking me, what am I using for the axe? Don't ask me why, but this is my decision here. I'm using a bolt for an axe. So yes, I'll get back to you when the build is even more in further progression. So this is where we're up to at the minute. Here I've attached the flipper on, which is like that. it's not the most effective flipper I have to say that I have probably built here, but it still will do the job there. Also, I've attached the axe on. The only thing I have left to do is to, well, and we'll have a little bit of a bend mark right there, and then put it together, and then it's done. My entry will be for this will be done. And here is the finished result, and I'll say I'm okay with this result. This result here, not the best. I will say not the best in the world, but I'm pretty happy with how well this has turned out here. So the flipper is going to be operated like with me swinging back the axe, so that's going to give it a lot more momentum there. So I haven't tested this out properly, but here's a test on Bert for the win. Okay. Jesus. Okay, yeah, I can get some flips in. Yeah, I might need to work on that part there. But yeah, I can flip it over. Now let's see, let's use the axe. Like, okay, not the best of the world, but then again, it's tough to use stuff one-handed there. It's okay. It's not gonna like leave dents in it, but it should do the job right. So this is Galaxy, my space-themed robot for building time this time. Building time. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. So let's go now and see what the others have come up with.
So it has begun, so I'm going to try to figure out what I want to do for my, the theme is space, so I'm going to try to figure out what I want to build here. So, I kind of want to build something, so like, I like some stuff from space, like the Moon Titan, that's definitely my favorite thing in space, and, Cassini, that's like a probe, I think. I know there's already, an FMRW robot named Cassini, though, if I remember correctly. I believe Hexbug Heroes has one. And then it has, like, a mini-bot named Eugenus, so, try to figure out what I want to do. I'm gonna just kind of start making kind of like a small design, and then I'll figure this out. Okay, so my plan is to call this one Gravitational Pool, and I've kind of made like a dustpan for it. It's made like a Saw Blaze inspired robot. As you can see, this is the dustpan. I'm gonna make like a planet in the like kind of center of the dustpan. These are gonna be, I don't even know what. And this is gonna be a middleweight, so yeah, that should be interesting. So as you can see, I've actually made this a lot larger, so it can like actually fit middleweight in it. So this is solar flare, so it can fit in that area. And we got like the back panel. This is gonna be the front panel, like gonna go kind of up here. It's kind of like a barrier. And then these are gonna be side panels, and this is gonna go over the barrier and the back panel. And then now I'm gonna kind of create the saw. So I've gotten the arm done and kind of like the things that will hold the arms and the saw blades. But now I'm going to color and make some designs for them. Now, it may seem like I have lots of time right now, since I still have, it's like about 12:47, and I have to be done by like 1:33 or whatever, but, time can go fast, especially when you're coloring, so let's get this done quickly. I found myself doing some more of this, so, yeah, I'm just kind of working on, like, I don't even really know what these are meant to be, like, they're kind of inspired by, like, the Cybertron, like, stuff from, like, take a design that is, that was used for the Cybertron in, Transformers. Yeah, I'm just kind of going around and coloring this in. There we go. Trying to get rid of all the white as well. I've gone through, it's been like over 15 minutes since I started coloring. Sorry if you hear some birds outside. Man, those birds are loud. Are they getting attacked by my cat? Not loud enough though, but, that wasn't a very funny joke, huh? Anyway, I'm gonna keep going attaching these. Kind of remind me of, like, veins, sort of. Yeah, I'm just kinda doing that. And, I messed up here. Basically, every single word gets cut off. So gravitational gets cut off here. Pull gets cut off here. Gravitational gets cut off here. So gravitational pull has nothing on it that actually says its name. It shows its name. Just cut off versions of its name. So I guess that's okay. Kind of keeping consistent, I guess. I'm gonna do over here as well. Just kind of go around the veins. Try not to make much contact, but yeah, it's hard with this marker that I chose. I made a CCG, which was like based around like a planet called Hyamkar, which had the same colors as this. A long time back, like 2 years ago or something, like right back when I got started with like making robots. Back when my robots were absolute garbage. And hopefully this one turns out pretty good. This one sort of reminded me like of Trident, because like I used the same exact like green blue color for Trident as well. I used a yellow, but yeah, kind of similar. I mean, obviously not too similar, obviously, but I mean, Trident's not a bad robot. Trident works pretty well. It actually, the main reason it actually works is because it has 3 prongs, and that way, if one prong doesn't get under its opponent, another one will, and that leads to Trident getting stuck in weird situations where Trident has under a robot and also not under a robot. And Trident can kind of easily control opponents because it... Oh, sorry about that. Trident can kind of easily just control opponents just because a Trident has such large wheels and such a large base that it just is touching the ground more than its opponent, so it gets to move them around despite not being fully under them. Trident's a pretty good competitor. Sometimes it doesn't actually manage to get under its opponents, which kind of sucks for it, but yeah. I'm not sure when I'm uploading this video. If this video is uploaded before like the Challenger series, that should be interesting. Like, the Challenger series was interesting to make. Like, I came up with the idea a few days before, like a week or so before I uploaded it. It was pretty fun to figure out, you know, sorry about background noise, and, kind of had the idea. I was hoping for more upsets in the Challenger series. I'm gonna upload this after the Challenger series. I knew Trident was actually gonna do pretty well, but I've added the self-writer so that they can do well. Might bring them back for, like, later Challenger series. Definitely not the next one, though. This will be uploaded before the February Brawl, though, so I'm not gonna spoil that. But, yeah, P1 was an interesting opponent for Trident. I still don't think P1's all that good of a robot, but I guess they're good enough to be ranked. I think P1's win-loss record is negative. It has negative wins because it's lost more than one. I don't know. A lot of robots in my series have that. Even the ranked robots, like half of the grand finalists in the All-Stars, half of the All-Stars had like negative records just because of how the Series 10 format works. Series 10 format, screw that, no. But it's not very great format in my opinion for like in terms of win-losses, just because you have the 3-way melees, you end up with way more losers than you end up with winners. Kind of sucks. Had a voice crack there, freak. You're just gonna keep doing this. I mean, if you want to look at it like win-losses. Otherwise, it's a pretty fun format. I like it. I'll keep using it, probably for the 2021 Heavyweight Championship. This thing won't be in the Middleweight Championship just because I already have all those robots figured out. At least, sort of. Haven't made a win-away in a bit, actually, since Agamon, whatever the thing was called. That was a weird how to build. Wasn't incredibly happy with that one either, but it turned out fine. Yeah, I'm just coloring stuff right now. I don't know how much time I have left. I'm worried I'm not gonna have enough time. Like, it should be pretty simple to put together, but this may end up just being a wedge if I can't get this saw done in time. And you can hear the NFC. I mean, if you hear background noise, it's the NFC Championship. I'm rooting for the Bucks just because I don't really like the Packers, even though the Bucks did eliminate my Saints. But whatever. And I'm rooting for the Bills to win against the Chiefs. Go and lose your 5th Super Bowl, Bills, please do. No, I'm joking, but I want to see the Bucks host the first ever be the first team to ever host a Super Bowl. I mean, like, I'm pretty fine with any of the teams winning, like, even the Chiefs. Like, I don't really want them to win, but, like, they could, and I'd be fine with it. My whole family's a Niners. My two parents are Niners fans, so they're pretty. I mean, well, my mom doesn't really much care about it, but my dad kind of cares about football, so he was a bit. I don't actually really know how he thought about like the Niners losing the Super Bowl last year. That was quite sad. Oh wait. Hey, I finished that. Okay, is that looking fine? That looks fine. Okay, nice. Kind of got these veins going around, and yeah. I have just over 18. I have like 18 minutes left to finish this robot. This could be disastrous. You gotta color quicker, so. Going around like so. Like, I started coloring like almost 30 minutes ago. That is insane. I mean, I kind of expected this. I have to turn off this thing. Okay, so I had to put that down. Sorry about that. But I'm gonna have to make this whole thing red, like the whole arm red. Like, I really don't have time to like finish doing the rest, so I'm just gonna color this whole thing red. So my plan is to get the main chassis done, and then if I have time, I'll add on the saw. Alright, so I kind of got it done. I went over a bit, but yeah, it's actually kind of bending. But yes, here is the robot. I haven't told time yet, so this is what the final product ended up being. This is gravitational pull, a very interesting overhead saw spinner, overhead saw, kind of a very interesting design. It's kind of messy for the weapon. I'll have to edit that afterwards, and the bottom doesn't have any color. I have to add wheels and such, and it's not very close to the ground, but it looks pretty good, I'd say. So our flame fits inside, so it can kind of do damage to it. So yeah, that is gravitational pull. So yeah.
Alright, well, hello everybody. You are currently watching my POV of, Build Time, which is a new series that, Crystal Carnage and Ertwas are, robotic fighting replicas Ertwas are hosting. And, yeah, this is a new series called Build Time, where pretty much everyone has 1 hour to build a robot based on one theme. So yeah, it's kind of like a, I don't know, like a Iron Chef competition, but for building cardboard or Lego or anything else robot models. So today's theme, as you probably saw in the intro, is space. Now, I honestly have no idea what I would make, but I kind of have an idea, and, its name is going to be Launchpad, but it's going to be nothing like any other launch pads that have been created in the FMRW series. So, I'm going to begin drawing out the basic design so I can cut it out, on the sheet of cardboard, as you can see here. But yeah, I'm going to begin cutting out, and, well, actually, first I'm going to be drawing the simple design on this cardboard. It's going to be very rough and very bad, but it's fine. As long as I know where to cut, then it works. Alright, cut to that. Alrighty, so I've drawn out the basic designs, and this is honestly, like, really simple to make. Like, this is really easy. So all you need to do is draw this, and I know this looks weird, but it looks kind of like a 3D aspect, like, thing, but it's not. So pretty much what's going to happen is, when I cut this out, this is going to be the top panel, the square here in the center, and then these are going to be different panels. I know they're really different size, but I'm going to cut them all down to scale, so that way they all fit together. Because, like, this one is very small compared to that one, and then this one's, like, super big compared to that one. So, yeah. And this is going to be the bottom plate. So this is going to be the bottom panel that all of this is going to be attached to. And then this is going to be the flipper. It's going to be much bigger than this. But essentially what it's going to be is it's going to be a front hinge flipper, but it's also going to be a forward hinged flipper. So basically what it does is it can throw robots behind it, but it can also, like, it's going to be a reverse direction flipper. So it can flip that way and that way. So it doesn't have to spend time retracting. So it has, pretty much it can fire its flipper from both directions because it's going to be symmetrical from both sides. It's just going to be a square with side skirts with a flipper that goes either direction. So yeah, it's a unique design, I think. Flipper that goes either direction. So yeah, now I just gotta work on cutting it all out, and yeah, let's cut to that. Okay, so I've cut out all the pieces now. We have the top panel, which I know looks very rough. It's going to be until I actually put the detailing on it. Right now it's just cardboard. Then we have the flipper, which is going to be mounted in the direct middle, just so that way it actually works both directions effectively. But it's going to hang off the back that way, so that could be a potential weakness, but it'll be able to be flipped back over that way. So, yep. And then this is the bottom panel, so don't gotta worry too much about that. I am also gonna be adding some weight inside of it. Like, I'm gonna put some weight, like maybe some coins or something, like pennies, and tape those down into the actual robot. Just so that way it's not like, you know, less than like 10 grams. But anyways, I'm just going to now cut all of this properly, so that way now we can fold the side panels down, or the side skirts, and yeah, so we're gonna work on just getting all of it just done. Yeah. Alright, so one thing I like to do before I start putting on the detail of the robots is I like to tape them together to make sure that they will fit, like they'll actually like work and I don't have to resize anything anymore. So what I'm gonna do is put it together just as this, and then I'm gonna see if it works, and then if it does, then I'm gonna take it back apart, and then I'm going to start working on the details. Okay, so this is what it looks like put together in bland form. The flipper is a little bit like really like loose, and that's kind of my fault because I messed up a little bit with the tape. On this side, I made it a little too loose, so now the flipper is, like, really loose and wobbly on this side, but then on this side, it actually is, like, more firm. Well, actually, it's not, because I also messed up on this side. So I'm just gonna make it, you know, a little bit more firm, but other than that, it should be pretty easy. Also, it's much shorter than I would have liked it to be. Like, it's, like very short. Like, it's smaller than, like, Biohazard, so... But yeah, it's fine. I mean, there was really no way I could get around that. So it's fine. It's fine. But now it is time to disassemble it and get on to the detailing. So yeah, we just gotta do that. Alright, so I skipped ahead a little bit, and, here's the finished product. So this is Launchpad, and, yeah. So, today's theme was space, so I know this doesn't really tie in with that, but, it's supposed to be like an actual launch pad for rockets. That's why it's, like, super flat. I kind of took to the Biohazard design, as you can see with the side skirts, along with being very low to the ground. And then we have the flipper here, but like I said before, it is a dual-sided flipper, so it flips that way, but it can also flip from this way. This side has a little bit harder time going down, but with the weight of like a robot on here, it'll go down. But it works either way. So yeah. But that is the weapon, and of course we have the black dots here for just kind of look like bolts to hold in the armor. And yeah, real quick, I'm going to go and test it out. Alright, so here it is in the arena. We have Arachnophobia on the flipper. Arachnophobia is going to be our test subject for now. But yeah, so let's take a look at the flipper. Well, that went pretty well. That went pretty far. That went pretty high, actually. It went good, like, 5 inches in the air. But yeah, so Launchpad, pretty powerful with the flipper. Let's try it the other direction. So this is the opposite direction of the flipper, so it's on the other side now. Yeah, pretty well. Alright, well, Launchpad works pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. But anyways, so, the 1 hour is up, so now it's time to go see what Crystal Carnage and Ertwas have made.
So now you have seen all 3 build diaries, and, well, they are 3 very different robots. Once we, began showcasing them off to each other, we just had a look and realized how different we all are for our building styles. Because we all have different ways of building our robots. And despite us using the majority of the same materials, we go about it very differently. But anyway, my robot, Galaxy, versus Machine, Gravitational Pull, I'm not sorry for that, for those little parts there. And, Wolfy's robot, Launchpad, So all 3 robots are going to be decided by you guys of who you think won the space theme of building time. And if you guys enjoy it, please let me know here, and hopefully we can get the audio issues on the Discord fixed for hopefully the next episode. Fingers crossed. And then that will be the idea that I was planning on doing. So the reason why this video was so long is because the clips that I received from Ertwas and Wolfy. Thank you guys for sending me your clips. First off. Second off, they were meant to be for their channels if the audio was working, but unfortunately it wasn't. But hopefully for the future. Anyways, that is it. I'm Crystal Carnage, and the Carnage is out.